Welcome back to the Observable Unknown. There is a peculiar assumption many people carry, so quietly that it rarely comes under examination. This assumption is that what we are seeing is what is there. Tonight we begin to loosen that assumption, not violently, not theatrically, but with sufficient precision that it may not return to its former shape. In contemporary neuroscience, a model has emerged, not universally accepted, but increasingly difficult to ignore. The idea that the brain is not a passive receiver of reality, but an active generator of it. The theoretical neuroscientist Karl Friston proposed that the brain operates by minimizing what he calls free energy, a formal way of describing the organism's attempt to reduce surprise. It does this not by waiting for the world to reveal itself, but by predicting what the world should be, and then correcting only when prediction fails. The neuroscientist Anil Seth has taken this further, suggesting that perception is best understood as a controlled hallucination, one that is continuously constrained by sensory input. You are not seeing the world, you're seeing your brain's best guess of what the world must be in order for you to survive. This is where things become less comfortable, because if perception is prediction, then certainty is not accuracy. It is confidence in a model, and models can be wrong. Even worse, they can be self-protecting. The brain doesn't simply update its beliefs when presented with new evidence. It resists, it defends, it filters incoming data through what it has already decided is true. This is not a flaw, it is efficiency. But efficiency can become a kind of blindness. In my own research and clinical observations, I have repeatedly encountered a pattern that sits uneasily within this framework. Human beings do not merely predict the external world, they predict themselves. They construct expectations about their own limits, their own worth, their own possible futures, and then proceed to live inside those predictions as though they were facts. In my work on cognitive pacing and temporal structuring, particularly in the volume What the Day Can Carry, I have argued that much of what we call anxiety is not reaction, but anticipation misapplied. The mind projects forward, fills the future with threat, and then experiences that projection as present reality. In such cases, perception is not merely inaccurate, it's premature. Consider what this implies. Every moment of your experience is a negotiation between what is arriving and what is expected, between sensation and prediction, between the world and the story your nervous system is telling about it. When the two align, you feel clarity. When they diverge, you feel confusion or fear or revelation. The observable unknown is not hidden in distant galaxies, it is present in the slight mismatch between what is and what you assumed would be. There are moments in life when the predictive model fails, too abruptly to be smoothed over. Loss, shock, unexpected beauty, or the sudden realization that what you believed about yourself was never true to begin with. In such moments, the nervous system hesitates. It can't immediately replace the model, and in that hesitation, something else becomes possible. Not certainty, but contact. If perception is constructed, then it may also be trained, not manipulated in the crude sense, but refined, disciplined, and re-educated. Refocused, if you will. This is where contemplative practice, therapeutic intervention, and deliberate cognitive structuring begin to converge. Not as self-improvement, but as model revision. The question is no longer what is true, the question becomes what am I assuming that I have not yet examined? Tonight, notice something simple. A sound, a sensation, a passing thought. Ask yourself quietly, did I perceive this, or did I predict it? And then confirm my own expectation. The observable unknown is not only what lies beyond your senses, it is the quiet architecture through which your senses construct a world you have mistaken for given. If this interlude has left you pondering new questions, even slightly, it's working in exactly the way it was meant to. Please share your reflections with me by writing to me at theobservableunknown@gmail.com or texting me directly at 336-675-5836. And wherever you have listened to this interlude, please consider leaving a review, not as approval, but as participation in a conversation that will urge you to grow in a way that perhaps you weren't expecting to. Until next time, remember, you're not only observing the unknown, you are constructing it.